Our fourth speaker today is Kelly Smith, the director, Kelly Smith.
I love watching a good movie. A good story, a seasoned actor, beautifully filmed and directed, powerful emotional musical score. I love watching a good movie. But even more than that, I like watching the movies and how they made the movies. Recently I watched the making of Pirates of the Caribbean 2 and 3. Wow, what an adventure. Over 1,000 crew members were used to create that movie. They had all kinds of problems because they wrote the script as they went along. They had giant boatloads of equipment shipped all the way from LA to the Caribbean. They had a director that was flamboyant and demanding. They built a large, giant water tank in a small harbor to control the water and film the actions according to the script. An unscripted hurricane came in and wiped it all out. They had to completely start over. The blending of live action photography and computer-aided imaging is seamless and stunning and really expensive. It's astonishing how much money it took to create those movies. But I didn't come here to urge you to watch making of movies. For the last 150 years or so, there's been a great debate around the creation of this earth on which we dwell. And they fall into basic two camps: creation on one side, evolution on the other. And both sides have said some of the most outrageous things that we're expected to believe. Some creationists have said that God created everything we can see as far as our telescopes can see in 6 24-hour periods, all from nothing. Nope. The evolutionists have said that somewhere in the distant past, there was a big bang, a giant explosion, sending out particles of matter in all directions. And somehow, over great distances of time, this matter coalesced back together through gravitational and other forces and formed all our galaxies, our solar system, the sun, the planets, the Earth, and all life upon our Earth by chance. Come on, for real? It's like saying that this pencil created itself. It and 9 of its buddies got together, formed themselves and the package which they're in, and they delivered themselves to Smith's where I bought them. Everything on the universe has to be created. Nothing can create itself. Nothing. Show me anything that can create itself. Everything formed, designed, or created requires a designer and a production system. Recently they found in the center of our galaxy a place where stars are formed in an almost factory-like setting. Scientists now think, as mentioned in the BBC News this year, that there's actually more planets than stars. And since our galaxy has 100 billion stars, they think there's over 800 billion planets in our galaxy alone. But there's another principle. You see, near Geneva, Switzerland, there's a giant collider called CERN that's used to smash particles together at super high speeds. They're trying to find the beginning of the universe. Einstein taught us that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. But CERN has discovered something that does. Scientists are really puzzled. They're wondering, how can this be? Everything we know about physics is going to have to change. The script is going to have to be rewritten. Like I mentioned, there's another principle with which all evolutionary science completely ignores, and I don't even find any writings that even discuss it. And that is that everything formed, designed, or created requires focused energy to do so. The amount of energy required to create this pencil, more than you think. The amount of energy required to create a car, or a skyscraper, or an aircraft carrier, is way more than you realize. But the amount of energy required to create this Earth is more than we will ever really understand. It was created somewhere else. It was placed in orbit, in a precise orbit around our sun, at the exact livable distance. It was tilted at 23.5 degrees to give us our seasons. And a beautiful little moon was placed in a precise orbit around the Earth to give us our timing and tides. And it was created with a powerful magnetic field to protect us from the sun's radiation. It's like no other planet. These and 1,000 other things could not have occurred by chance. How come so many with a PhD after their name try to persuade us not to believe in a God, that there was a purpose to Earth's creation. I find it very interesting. Everybody's so concerned about not offending one another, yet think nothing of offending our Creator and even denying that He exists. But everything on this earth testifies that God lives. Every design of a snowflake, every pattern on a leaf, every shimmer on a crystal, and every order of life testify of a grand director following a perfectly planned script. Every explosion I've ever seen left nothing but a chaotic mess. There never was a Big Bang. I just leave a giant dust cloud in space. Besides, the universe is infinite. There is no end. And it's very important that you recognize that each one of us have been given a chance and an opportunity here. You know, there never was a Big Bang. Laws of the universe may be conveniently ignored for political or scientific reasons, but eternal laws will always win the end. Remember, just as I mentioned, everything, nothing in the universe creates itself. And just as it took a vast amount of money to create Pirates of the Caribbean, it absolutely must have taken an astonishing amount of energy to create this earth. Have you ever done something for somebody they were ungrateful for? How did it make you feel? Well, just as watching a making-of movie gives you a little better glimpse into what it took to create that, I'm hoping our little discussion here will give you a better glimpse into what God has done for you. It's been said that ingratitude is the beginning of all sins. Go home this day. Give thanks to God, the director, for what He has done for you. It's way more than you realize.